season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Something cooking.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's the handoff. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. They get through and it's blocked.
Hey, man, did you see that defender climb the ladder? How high did he jump to block that field goal? That was amazing.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Just going to keep it after the snap.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Hey, give the defense a lot of credit on that one. 3rd and about 5. Offense going RPO, so they're really putting you in a bind, but everybody doing a nice job reading their keys, and they're able to stop the back short of the 1st down marker. Big decision coming up here for the offense.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Myers on the move. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw for it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. When they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he...
And he's got it inside the 35. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Finds his big tight end. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. This is a designed run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Using his legs, it's Klopfenstein. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The offense trying to find a way on fourth and goal from the 2. A design run for the quarterback. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the first down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's fourth down. Like, fourth down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. First down, second down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
On first down from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Pressure coming. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got a hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the tailback. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
And when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Ohio State, 0.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. He wants to throw. Complete. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll run play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to let one go back to the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
And that's going to be a tough throw for the quarterback to make, right? He's right-handed, he's rolling to his left, and that throw is going way down the field. So he's not going to be able to get all the velocity he wants. And he didn't have the accuracy either, and that's a bad combination, and that's a big part of why that ball was intercepted.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Lets it fly. He makes the catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Snap it to the back. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! offense did exactly what the extra point is blocked. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Duarte. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The pull and throw off the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Dropping back, it's Newton. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Klopfenstein.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Across the 25. There he goes. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. LSU lining up 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
LSU 35, Ohio State 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Using his legs, it's Peppers. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
The offense changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Fires left. Makes a connection. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tackled at the 31, they'll give him 6 on the play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Second down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Looking for more room. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3.
42. Ohio State, 6.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's James. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On the run, still looking. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Rushes on him. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. Steps away to find some room. He's going to fire to the left. He's got it! The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Bringing it back. The 40. The 20, the 10, touchdown Ohio State. How about this defense taking one back to the house? You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown. It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. And the pass rush gets home. And they're able to get him down. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Duarte. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the lead.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick-6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it. Oh, the fake. The up man looking for room. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm Not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but he tried the sneak attack, and it did not work.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And he'll be brought down.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Complete disaster there. He loses 10. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dances away. Working on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. Pulls it in. Pulled down for the tackle.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Extending the play. He's going to take off. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
brings up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a...
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Quarterback extends the play. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players